Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? Yeah, shut your face. All right, you know the rule. You gotta be a huge piece of shit to pay money to tell jokes on YouTube channels. Let's get into it.
Somebody donated $10 at the super chat. What hot buttered Steve? He said, I had to quit jogging recently because the ice cubes kept falling out of my glass. Hence, you got to be careful. By the way, Hot Buttered Steve donated $10 to the super chat. And he said, question for Anthony. Harry Carey here. If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I know I would. Great question, Hot Buttered Steve. Thank you for the $10 in the super chat. You're an amazing human being.
Hot Buttered Steve, who made a $20 donation to the show just a few moments ago and says, Dave, if you're done, it's obvious that now we should finally get an apartment together. Thank you, Dave and Rip. I'm glad you're around for this year for me. He's awesome.
Hot Buttered Steve donated $10 to the super chat. He said, sir, I have sipped, lapped, and taken gin intravenously, but I have never swilled. Hot Buttered Steve donated $10 to the super chat. He said, Roberto Michelle, I say, yea, squire, thou shalt master the dark art of tandem speed flying, lest ye shall surely perish. Nice. I like that. I'm in. The King James Version. Hot Buttered Productions, who is formerly known as Hot Buttered Steve, donated $20 to the super chat. And he said, this message is brought to you by Nebraska Paramotor. Nebraska Paramotor, bring a bucket and a mop. Well played, Hot Buttered Steve.
Hot Buttered Steve. Uh-oh. I don't think the whole thing's fitting on the screen here. But it says, my birthday is coming up, Dave. Oh, shoot. Hoping to get a humidifier and dehumidifier, stick them in a room, and let them duke it out. Very cute, Steve.
Hey, Hot Buttered Steve also donated $10 to the super chat. His comment is amazing. He said, if we see each other in our dreams, let's goof around a bit and pretend like we don't know each other.
And it comes from Hot Butter Steve. He says, I have a checklist I go through. However, I don't always believe what I read.
Hot Buttered Steve donated $10 to super chat. He said, I thought this was an open topic and I was hoping to talk about naval lint collecting.
They do that on the our Paramotor Nation. So
Hot Buttered Steve donated $10 to the super chat. Great show. Awesome guest, Robert. By the way, your toothbrush tastes weird. I knew it. I knew it. Gosh, Hot Buttered Steve. That's why you got COVID, Hot Buttered Steve.
Oh yeah. What's going on, guys? Came out to my new field, get some kiting in. I also brought the scooter because I want to scope out the whole area. It's pretty big. Just to figure out what's the best and safest spot I want to pick for taking off and landing, because the next time I come out here, I want to fly. I also want to get some kiting in because it's been a little over 2 weeks since I've flown. I could have flown, but I had life prop up on me. Again, so I've been kind of busy trying to get some stuff in order. A little windy at the moment though, so I think I'm gonna take a little joyride and scope it out, see if it calms down a little bit, and then get some of that sweet, sweet kiting in. Yeah. What's going on here? How do I look? Freaking nature, right? Yeah. Man, I love this thing. I had to do some walking today. I was just like, man, this ain't right. I need my electric wheels. Yeah, I really need to get my game on, do a nice pre-flight of my motor, get it all cleaned up, get checked out, because got to get a flight in here soon. It's been a bit. I don't like it. I wonder if I should try a different gear this time. All right, let's try going into mode 2. Just want to see how this handles. Gear 2, and I'm not going super fast. Doop-boo, doop-boo-doop-boo-doo. Woo! Oh my. Okay, I hit something. Now I'm cooking. I think I was in eco mode. All right. Oh, cigarette. Yeah, I wanted to stop at my old shop. Same company I'm with now, but it was one of my favorite places to be when we were smaller. It's pretty close to my launching field. That's how I kind of discovered it. Since relocated, but I was like, yeah, I want to go check it out. All right, let's roll on out. Ugh, hike up my pants. Okay, we're gonna go into mode 2. Take it a little faster this time. All right, let's cook it. Woo-wee! Oh man, wow, that is crazy. Going like 40 kilometers an hour. Yeah, man, oh man. All right, just in case someone's trying to pass me, I'm gonna stop before I turn in. All right, that should be good. So let's see what we're working with here. So it's a big area, but I got a lot of obstacles too I gotta be careful of. And I need to select something that is gonna give me a big runway no matter what direction I'm going in. That's really important to me because I like to do my long taxis. And out here, I'm gonna be flying when the winds are super calm too. Because if they're stronger, chances are it's just gonna be gusting and trash. So like the wind's coming from the east today. So like if I was trying to launch, I wouldn't be able to go perpendicular with the fields because there's trees and obstacles. Checking it out. So I'm probably gonna get away from this side of the facility. It's a wee bit busy. Now over here it opens up a little bit. I don't want to be trying to launch in between trees, especially if I veer off. I don't want to get stuck in them. Now this ain't bad right over here. These fields have fences too. At least there's no power lines. So here's a nice big east-west field over here. This would be pretty decent. Has plenty of room right there. If I got a divot, so I'd have to make sure I walk my paths. So I think this would be my, ooh, there's a gutter there. I think I got plenty of room on an east-west right there. Now I need to figure out what I want to do for north-south. So yeah, this is pretty viable. Yeah, that's a good east-west. I've just got trees there, so it's a lot of things to think about. You don't want to just rush it or go in a tight spot, especially if you're new and you don't get off the ground super quick. So I was a little concerned that this place would have a lot of fencing. Now this is really big and open over here. This might be suitable for north-south. I think this would be great. Yeah, this is plenty of room for north-south because I got 2 field lengths. Like 1 would just not be enough, but 2 would be pretty good. Whew. This is fun. Makes me really appreciate flat manicured fields that people spend a lot of time working on. This is it's a wee bit bumpy. Really need to make sure I walk my paths. I mean, this field is doable. You know, you got to consider things like too, you know, as soon as you take off the ground, you know, what direction is the torque going to hook you into? For me, it's going to be on my right. So I don't want to like launch, go airborne, and then end up clipping something. So this field's got some stuff going on. It ain't bad, but it seems like that one's wider. And I want to do something that's going to give me the best margin. You know, this seems pretty wide too, because I don't have any tall stuff. So I could easily launch from down there. Yeah, let's go take a ride. So, if I was launching here going north, maybe I might want to be in the other field in case I bank. Because then I'm going to be facing those lights. Let's see, there's lights on that other side too, but I just think that other field's wider. So now if I was launching towards the south wind, I think this would be just fine. I could launch from here, and as soon as I got up, you know, I just had to make sure I control my torque or my throttle speed and just make sure I clear that. I'll have that cleared. Usually I run about a field's length before I'm airborne, maybe a little bit less. And then coming in, this should be pretty fine too. I feel good about this. It's just if it was a north wind, I'm just concerned about the lights. So I want to clip them. Now that I got this Varla, I can have something that actually carries my stuff out, which will be fantastic. Because I am a lazy piece of shit. So let's take a look. If I had to launch towards the north, see, we got like a little divot like that. I don't like that. This is why I also got high top boots. I don't think I've talked about that before, but last like 6 years I've always worn like high top Red Wing shoes because I used to have a maintenance job, and they're just always comfortable to work in, those steel toes. They take a bit to break in and for your feet to adjust, but once they do, like wear them in the summer, they never overheat. In the winter, it keeps my feet warm. And the other thing too is you get that ankle support, so I got myself a pair in case I got like a weird landing or maybe I tripped on takeoff, because I have never rolled my ankle in those boots. Like I'll go down, but they'll save my ankle. If I've got a north shot, I'm trying to think about my torque. It's going to torque me to the right. And yes, I can compensate for that, but yeah, I'm approaching this with a guy that's extremely green. So I want to be as safe as humanly possible. So I got to make sure when I take off, I don't end up banking and hitting something. I mean, I think this is pretty good. It's just going to depend on those diagonals. The wind's not super straight if I'm going towards a goalpost or something. As long as I'm in 2 field lengths, this is gonna be a great spot to land into. So I think these are my north-south options. I'm more leery about launching that direction. Wait, no, I'm more leery launching that way compared to the other way around, because down south here there isn't as many obstructions. All right, so let's go check out the east-west field. It'll be nice to come out today. This wouldn't have been flyable weather to begin with. There's gusting. Whew, yeah. Maybe I should revisit doing the north-south on these because I don't have those big light poles. We'll think about it here. The only thing I got with that is bleachers and stuff, but when I'm on full throttle, like I'm moving in a straight line and I've already controlled the wings, so just trying to think everything through. Okay, so this would be my east-west field. So I'm going to bank towards the right, towards that tree lines from torque. So I'm going to want to launch on this strip, which is nice and straight. You got some divots in the ground. It's not horrible, but I got to keep my eye out for, if it's taking me longer to taxi than normal, am I going to hit something that I'm going to want to abort so I don't trip? So far, I think this is pretty doable. So this is my end stage right here, because now we're getting into a little bit of a ditch. But if it takes me that amount of length to get off the ground, I probably shouldn't be doing this. I take long takeoffs, but not that long. So I got a little bit of a divot there, but it just kind of goes down ever so slightly, and I'm pretty sure I'd be off the ground by then. So yeah, I think that's good. Either way, when I'm set up, I'm still going to walk my path, just get it checked out. I probably won't come out of here solo. First time I'll bring a friend with me if none of my flying friends are available. Fields over here aren't helpful to me because they're just 1 field length and there's a lot of shit going on. And I don't think I want to use the football stadium here because it's surrounded by fence. It's just 1 field length. I'd like to have 2. So it looks like that field's pretty much locked up, so it's not even an option. And I missed my Omaha field. Just need to move there. I'll get some kiting action going on. That looks like a good east-west run. Yeah, no, it's kind of lumpy. So yeah, I think those backfields is my ticket. You don't got a lot of diagonal options, so some days if the wind ain't gonna be perfect, it just ain't gonna work, but this is my flying option out of home. I mean, I don't mind driving to Omaha, but daylight savings time and people kind of on break, it's just a lot of time for that. Hey, that field, that might not be so bad. Can I hop the curb over here? So what if I did this one? If I was set up right over here, and then I went inflate, run, taxi, full throttle, run in some more. I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, what do I got in front of me here? A sidewalk? Okay, is there a divot? Okay, there's sprinkler systems. There is a divot. I think that's enough takeoff space, though, really. He knows not so much here, but... Well, if I'm launching towards the south, that way, definitely that backfield. But if I'm launching to the north, and I don't want to worry about lights... No, I'm overthinking this, but I'm just so green, and it'll probably be a good 3 weeks, maybe even closer to a month since my last flight by the time I fly out of here. So again, I want to really make sure I know what I'm doing. I don't foresee myself needing longer than a soccer field length to take off. I just don't want to do it by those poles. I don't want to end up in a weird bank. Maybe a trimmer slipped. You just never know. I mean, this is pretty nice. It's just past this goalpost over here. There is an indent. Otherwise, I'd have a heck of a lot more room. And plus, I've got irrigation boxes. I don't want to trip in those. So I can't run from here and across over because there's a chance I could slip. There's 2 boxes right there. Unless I put out cones. If I launch there, even if I overshoot a hair, I mean, there is a curb in the road. But see, I don't have any tall obstructions over here. short trees. So even if I ran off, one, I would see it coming up and I could abort. But either way, I like this because I don't have tall obstructions. So this might be a good launching point if I was coming into north wind. Otherwise, if I want to launch towards the south, I'll go to this backfield because by the time I take off, I should be passing that light and that should be fine. That's my thoughts. East-west, I set up there. Yeah, I could even do an east-west there, I guess. Just need to tear up these bleachers. So this is going to be my main jam. Alright, check my last fields again. So if I'm going south, but I'm going to bank towards the right, so I would just have to watch out for that, or I can set up on the other side there and give myself some more clearance. Yep, that would be fun. Could either go to the field down there, or I could just run it off this one. So this will be my southern field. Oh man, I know, really exciting stuff. Yeah, I think I got a handle on it. That one's my east-west. That one's the south. And then I got a north launch point over there. I think I'll be relatively safe in those. Those trees aren't too terribly tall. All right, let's go get some kiting in. Oh yeah, this is good content. No, it's terrible content. This wind has calmed down enough where I should be able to get some fun kiting in. Watch, it just dies on me and then I'm running. Gonna set out my cameras for that good content. That's what I do most of the time. I mean, sometimes I have friends that'll film and I'll compile them. Haven't even hooked up my chase cam yet because I've got a human chase cam. He just sends me his helmet cam footage. Works freaking great. Honestly, with this stuff, I don't go out of my way to make it look pretty. I just do things that I find are amusing. It's about that good content. The clothes don't make the man. Isn't that right, George Michael? What are you doing? All right, I went to a local park. This is one I like to ride by because it's got a lake and it's a great ride, but I wanted to get my kite out today because weather's going to be bad and get some kiting in, but I also got to patch a little grasshopper hole and I wanted to do it at a big, clean, open space because I don't have that at home. And maybe do a thorough glider check because I'm always on my motor, but I haven't really gone through everything on my glider other than when I'm getting ready to launch. I check things over really well. What sucks is I was gonna have some great kiting conditions. It's super windy today. I was like, man, it might be a little strong, and it totally died. I'm gonna be forwarding, and this is a stupid baseball field, so I'm limited by even run distance. Forwards are good to practice too. I think this is gonna end badly though. I'm in like a bowl. It's probably just a big whirlpool of wind. I'll be surprised if I get this thing to stay up at all. Yeah. Oh yeah, starting to lose some sunlight, so I should get this inspection done and patch job before it's too dark. Not to mention I got a ride home. It went better than expected. Just kited a little bit. Sure enough, the winds pick up a little bit as soon as I'm done. Yeah, it took me off. I was getting excited to kite in some trashy air. Oh well, forward kiting's important. God, look how many gray hairs I'm getting. It was not that bad last year. I've aged too much. It's my birthday today too. Somebody bought me another pair of boxers. Said it before and I'll say it again. Any guy that goes into a store, sees a pair of boxers, thinks, I know a guy who's gonna want these, buys it for him. That's someone I'll call a friend of mine. All right, here's the little hole and what appears to be a crushed bug right by it. That little got him off with a little bit of spit. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't degrade. So my wing came with some repair tape. Okay, so I learned from Mark Honeycutt, make a circle. So you got nothing that's gonna catch. It's all this blue crap on my hands. Is it from the scissors? This is okay, so got my little circle. I'm gonna get over that. Cut another one. Yeah, this blue crap is from these scissors. Just been running them through the dishwasher. Okay, so I got my second one, and it's not easy to get to because it's right by the bat. I think I got it. Easy enough. Doesn't look as cosmetically nice, but oh well. All right, let's check this wing over. Get on the ground and really inspect stuff. So the leading edge takes the most abuse from frontal crashes. I'm just gonna crawl on my hands and knees and just check it out. Is this more bug guts? And just some dirt. Picked up quite a few grasshoppers. Just hear them chirping in the house, and I was like, hey, my fault. Spit in there. Oh, I'm losing sunlight. I might have to do a fabric check a little bit later. Yeah, I'll just do a nice riser and line check. Then I'll get back to the rest of the fabric. I like how I've been flying on this glider this whole time, kiting with it. Never bothered to look closely at it enough to notice like this. Comes off the brake lines on the trailing edge. They like go in pairs, so they're not tied down like that line is. A string that goes into the fabric. It like cinches up, I guess, when there's tension on it, changing the shape. I don't know, I just never noticed that. Like it goes through a little hook and then into the trailing edge. Really need to get to know my glider a little better. Just now noticing that. I know, really exciting stuff. Thing is the wind's just been too trashy to fly on the weekends. Still want to stay active. I could fly. I know I could just get up, fly just fine, but I know better out here in the Midwest. If it's 12 and it's gusting, which it always is, I could get up there and just feel like I'm in a freaking dryer. So I'm not gonna chance it when I'm flying by myself. I've been in rowdy air before, but I've been with folks. Probably pack up and freaking get home so I can still see the road. Yeah.